guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me. So for this week, I'm planning out the week of July 29th through August 4th, and I'm using the June Mystery Kit from Scribble Co. And this is kind of like the outdoorsy type, like, I want to say drive-in one because it has a drive-in theater like little sign, and I'm really sad that I didn't use this kit to actually go to a drive-in because I actually have a drive-in that's near my house. Fun fact. And I'm really sad. I actually tried to go to a drive-in and it just didn't happen this year. So instead, I used it for the first half of my vacation because I figured it would still work because it's kind of an outdoorsy kit. It did also have a option or like add-on boxes for July 4th, so you could have also used it for July 4th, but I had a different kit that I used instead because I actually had a like red, white, and blue kit for that one. But yeah, so we're gonna do all of the basics like normal, put down the full boxes, washi, overlays. There were overlays that came with the mystery kit. It was like a sparkly hollow wiggle, so I did use that for my overlays, and then I did use a couple of just normal hollow stickers that I had to pull in because I didn't have the sparkly hollow. So I did pull in a couple of those as well. But yeah, like I said, this was the first week of my vacation, and I go to Mammoth every year. Fun fact, I go to Mammoth every year for my vacation. It's our family vacation. I've been going there ever since I've been born, every single year, and it's always a nice vacation to have because it's like a second home. I know everything there, and I love it. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. If anyone's curious as to where Mammoth is, it's actually called Mammoth Lakes, and it's about an hour and a half or two from Yosemite. So that's usually the general, like, if I say Yosemite, most people actually know where it is in that case. Sorry, I'm saying a lot, and I apologize. But as I say again, anyway, I am still sick, as you guys can tell. This is actually the same day that I filmed yesterday's Plan With Me, and so my brain is a little fuzzy and it's a little like just not functioning. It's struggling. I had a meeting yesterday and I could not for the life of me think because my brain is just like it's mush right now. It's just not having it. But yeah, overall, vacation's always a great time to just relax and do nothing, and it's one of these vacations where I literally don't do anything purely because I am in a place that I've been multiple times. So if I don't do something, it's not a crazy big deal. I've probably already done it before. So that's why I actually really like this vacation, other than like other times when I'm traveling to a new city or a new state or just whatever I'm doing. Like if I go to Florida, to go to Walt Disney World, it's a constant like, okay, we need to see this, we need to do this, we need to do this, that like it's X, Y, and Z that we have to do. So it's always a fun time to just have a vacation where you can literally just relax, not have a worry in the world, don't have to do anything, and you don't have to be worried about having like a whole like plan of every single day you have to do like specific things in order to get everything done. So that's always nice. Moving on to my sidebar, there were fashion girls in this kit, but I didn't like them. It sounds weird, but I wasn't a big fan of how their faces were drawn. So I used the girl that doesn't have the face for my sidebar box, and then I did use some Simply Gilded washi, and then just did my normal format for the sidebar. It's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like I just always end up doing the same thing for the sidebar, and it's probably gonna stay like that until the new year as well because I don't really know what else to kind of put in my sidebar. Going on to Monday, so I did pre-film a couple of videos before I went on vacation. That way I could actually upload a couple of them. And fun fact, their Wi-Fi over there used to be terrible. Like, it used to take like 3 hours to upload a video. It took me 15 minutes, and it takes me about an hour or so depending on my internet here. So when I was uploading a video and it only took me 15 minutes, I was just like, excuse me, what? Like, it only took me 15 minutes to upload this video? Like, oh my god, I need to upload every video here. But yeah, my upload speed at home is terrible. It takes me about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how bad my internet is that day, but it takes me forever to upload a video, unfortunately. But yeah, so I filmed a decent amount of videos. I did use a filming slate icon from the Wiggle, and then I used a film script from Scribble Co. And then I did clean the kitchen, so I used a emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. And then this is technically marking the first day of my vacation. I was off for 2 weeks from work. We didn't leave for Mammoth until Wednesday, but I do like to take a couple of days off. Like, usually it's the day before that I take off, but if I can get more days, I will. But I took exactly 2 weeks off of work, so this is technically my first day of vacation. So I used the Fox and Cactus Girl like on a unicorn one or floaty because I will never use that sticker. But I used that to mark my first day of vacation, and then I put a fancy label down as well. And then I used a nail appointment script from Scribble Co. as well as the little icon with the hand on it to mark that I got my nails done. I did get my nails done with my sister. We tried out this new place, which was good, but it wasn't my all-time favorite place. I still need to find like a good nail polish place that does gel polish really well, and like a place that where the gel nail polish won't come off in like a day. So I really liked dip powder, but I know that dip powder can be very risky. Just when it comes to like the bacteria factor and like using the same pot and everything with multiple customers. So I did the dip once. I probably won't go back to it unless I can find one that doesn't do that, but probably won't go back to it. But I need to find a gel place that actually does really good gel nails, which this one wasn't terrible, but it wasn't my favorite either. But yeah, anyway, I went and got my nails done. I then went to the mall after that because, like I said in my last plan with me, I tend to go to the mall before I go on vacation because I like to pick up a couple things before I need to leave. So I used a Once More with Love munchkin to mark that, and then I used an emoji to mark that I went to Target. Again, just needed to pick up a couple of things before we left for vacation. And then I used another emoji to mark that I had a Netflix binge. No idea what I was watching at this time, but I was watching something. And then I used a kind of chubby munchkin that like ate too much to mark that we had the Cheesecake Factory for dinner, which sounds really good right now. I'm really hungry. It's 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything today, and I really need to eat something. Like I'm just, I really want Cheesecake Factory. It sounds really, really good now. Maybe I can convince someone to go get it. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for Monday. Moving on to Tuesday, I put down a piece of washi. That washi that I used was actually my favorite pattern in this kit. It's like the purpley pink one. It was my favorite pattern in this whole entire kit. And I used a Sleep In Sparkly Hollow sticker from Arctic Paper Studio to mark that I did sleep in. And I did do a little bit of rearranging on this day, purely because I did want to use like the laundry time sticker, but it was too close up higher, so I did push it down a little bit. So I did do a little bit of rearranging with the stickers on this day. But then I took a Fox and Cactus pastel haired girl to mark that I need to clean my bedroom. I'm also one of those people where everything has to be clean before I go on vacation, which sounds weird because like if you're living day to day, you would think that you would try to keep it clean, but when you're not going to be there for 2 weeks, you then clean it. So it's kind of a weird like concept, but I tend to clean everything, like spot clean everything before I leave to go on vacation, and I did that for this one also. I like full on cleaned my bedroom, did all my laundry, cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the bathroom, like everything. I had to make sure everything was clean. And then underneath that, I took a Whimsical Cat Studio Girl with a little YouTube play button to mark that I had a YouTube binge. And then I did do some more filming on this day, so I took another icon from the Wiggle and then a film script from Scribble Co. Underneath that, I took a Glam Planner Laundry Girl, and then the Laundry Time script is also from Scribble Co. And then I used a paper milk moro that is inside a suitcase to mark that I need to pack up my suitcase. I'm not usually one to wait until the last minute to pack, but for some reason I did. I just waited until the very last day to pack on this trip, but I think it was purely just because I didn't have time to pack before that. But I did pack up my suitcase, and then I took a munchkin that is technically a podcast munchkin, but I use it to mark when I record my voiceovers because it has a little microphone and it's the only sticker that I have with the microphone. So it works pretty well. And then last but not least, I use a little upload laptop from Whimsical Cat Studio to mark that I uploaded videos, which was stupid because I should have just uploaded them in Mammoth, but I didn't know I should have uploaded them in Mammoth. So it took like an hour for them to upload, like an hour each. I don't remember how many I uploaded when I could have taken like 15 minutes. I'm a little tiny bit upset still about that. I was like, are you kidding me? They have great Wi-Fi. They have better Wi-Fi than I do, and we're in the middle of the mountains. what the heck. Anyway, moving on to Wednesday, I took a munchkin with like, it's an insomnia munchkin to mark that we had to wake up early, which is pretty fitting because we had to drive to Mammoth, and it's about a 5.5 hour drive, 6 hours depending on traffic and depending on how many stops we have. We usually only have 2 stops. Yeah, we usually only stop twice. But I had to wake up early, so I used the munchkin to mark that. And then I did have to finish packing, so I had to pack like all of my like toiletries, makeup, and like last minute things that I had to pack. So I had to finish packing, and I used a munchkin again to mark that. I used another icon from the Wiggle to mark that we needed to pack up the car. So that's another reason why we have to wake up so early too, is because I helped my dad pack up the car. And this year he was still recovering from the surgery and everything that he had all the way back in March. So we did help a little bit more than we normally do. We do help a lot, but we did help even more this year. And then I used a fancy label and a Modi to mark that we drove to Mammoth. I'm really sad because I used that same pattern fancy label that I liked, and I messed up the word drive, and I almost messed it up again on the like the replacement fancy label, and I almost messed it up. Like, you guys can see as I write it, or like when I move my hand, because you can't see me when I'm writing, unfortunately. I almost messed up the drive again, and it, like the V, for some reason I was struggling with it. But we drove to Mammoth, which again is a 5.5 hour drive. So depending on who's driving and what car you're in determines how entertaining the drive is. Usually it's me and my sister, and that's usually a pretty good drive. I had to drive back with my parents the second time because my sister left a little bit earlier, and I could have gone back with her, but I didn't want to leave earlier. So it was more interesting on the way back than it was on the way there. I will be honest. Underneath that, I took a steamy from Wonton and a Million. It is a tradition for us to go to a pizza place called Giovanni's, which is in Mammoth. It is a place that we've been going to for years, and we always get dinner there. So we'll check into our condo, and then we'll unpack the car and everything, and then we'll go and eat some pizza at Giovanni's. And it's the only time I ever have it. Every year is that one time, and it's a really good pizza place. It tastes really, really good. And then our next routine that we do is funny because we have a whole routine. We have a whole tradition because we go here every year. But I put a half box down and then a little camp, hike, and lake sign to mark that we drive around the lakes. So we do drive around the main lakes in Mammoth just to see like how bad the water is, like if it's up or if it's lower. Like depending on how much snow they got determines how low and how high the water is. And if there is any more snow, just to kind of drive around. And I will admit, I love the smell of campfires. Like, it smells so good, and it makes me so happy, and it just reminds me of my childhood, and I love it. And then we did end up seeing a bear, which is very rare. I used a little, technically it's called Teddy Bear Day. It's from one of the wacky holidays from Once More With Love, but I cut off the writing, and I just put the bear down. But we did see a bear around one of the lakes, which was kind of exciting. That's why I marked it, just because it's a little bit more rare to actually see any bears. But we just saw him walking next to the lake, and thankfully it was pretty late in the night, so not very many people were out. Like, it wasn't late in the night, but the sun had almost set, so there was no one like fishing on any of the lakes or anything, so we didn't have to warn anyone. But always cool to see like the wildlife. We usually see deer and stuff, but we very rarely see a bear. Moving on to Thursday. So Thursday, as always, is my payday. So I did put down a piece of washi from the kit, and then a payday sticker that is from Scribble Prints Co. And then I took a bill due to mark the Scribble Prints Co. subscription. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know what else I was going to say. And then I did cut off the unpack script from the Once More With Love Munchkin sticker. But I used the kind of unpacking suitcase sticker to mark that we were settling into the condo, which usually happens. We don't usually do very much on the first day. Usually we go fishing, but like I said, my dad was not feeling the greatest. He was still recovering from everything that happened in March, so he wasn't fully up to doing as much as we normally do, so we did go fishing on the first day. We ended up going the next day, but totally okay. So we kind of settled into the condo, and then we do get groceries as always on the first day also. So I used a Glam Planner Lolly and Pop to mark a grocery run, and then I used another sticker from Glam Planner. This is like a little like caravan, mobile, like camper type sticker. And I use that to mark the Hayden cabin. I actually don't have very many like camping stickers at all, and I didn't really have anything else to use to mark this, but it's a cabin that is over by where we stay. And I've never actually been over there. You can only get over there by walking, and I've never been over there, and it was cool to see. And then underneath that, I took a quarter box as well as a Fox and Cactus Captain America. To mark that I did watch Captain America. We watched Captain America and Captain Marvel on this trip. I had actually never seen Captain Marvel, which I watched on Sunday. Not my favorite movie. I will kind of tell you why in a little bit, but I did watch Captain America on this day, which Captain America is my favorite. Just spoiler alert. And then I used some munchkins playing a board game. Technically, it's for a board game, but I figured it kind of looked a little bit like a puzzle, so I used that to mark that we started our puzzle. We do also always do a puzzle while we were there for the 2 weeks. We try to get at least one puzzle done. We got one of them done. We got technically 1.5 done. We did a Star Wars puzzle, and it was the hardest puzzle I've ever had to do because the galaxy behind it is all the same. Like, it's just a bunch of stars, and I'm just like, this is obnoxious. And then we gave up. So, yeah, we started the puzzle on this day. Moving on to Friday, I did use another munchkin to mark that we had to wake up early because we did go fishing at Twin, and I mean early as in, like, we wake up at, like, 5 a.m., 5:30, which for me, who goes to bed at, like, 2 a.m., that's really early. And then I used a munchkin with a lantern. Like I said, I don't have very many camping stickers. If anyone wants to make fishing stickers, please, like little character stickers that are fishing, that would be so cute and it would make my life a million times easier. But I used that to mark that we went fishing at Twin. And then I used a I want to say it's an Arctic Paper Studio coffee cup to mark a Starbucks run. And then, like I said, don't have very many stickers, so I used just kind of fangirling stickers. So I used this happy one to mark that we went to June Lake, which is a town that's like maybe 20 minutes away from Mammoth. And then Gull Lake is over in that same area as well. So I used a quarter box and then another fangirly munchkin to mark Gull Lake. I actually really like Gull Lake better than June Lake. It's just absolutely beautiful and it's so pretty and just nature is just amazing. It's so pretty. And then underneath that, I used another munchkin to mark that I had a super bad migraine. I actually did get a really bad migraine on this day. I don't know if it was because of lack of food or lack of water, one of the two, but I got a really bad headache. And then I played cards with my family, so I used another munchkin to mark that. Wow, I used all munchkins on this day. Didn't even realize that. But we did play some cards, and we had some good times. We have this game called Shanghai, which is very similar to like Phase 10, or like I think it's like Egyptian mummy or something like rummy. I don't know. But we played some cards, and I love playing cards, and it's fun, and it's a thing that we just do with my family. Moving on to Saturday and Sunday, I did put down the weekend banner, and then I took a Mandy Dreams. I fixed that glitter header because it was like extremely crooked. It's still crooked, but it's a little better. But I used a Mandy Dreams filming slate to mark that I published my plan with me, that I uploaded at home, that I could have uploaded in Mammoth, and it would have been so much quicker. Little bitter. Sorry. Moving on. Not going to mention it again. Underneath that, I took a fancy label and then a heart icon from the Wiggle to mark that we went fishing again. I really need fishing stickers. It make my life 100 times easier. I know I already said that, but like it would. It would make my life so easier. And then we did have a Crazy 8 tournament, so we tend to do this, where it's like me, my sister, and my dad, and we have a Crazy 8 tournament, which I think this one was like first one to 10. I think that's what it was, and it took us like 3 hours to finally finish that. But we had a Crazy 8 tournament, so I used another one of those munchkins with cards to mark that. And then we did go to the outlet shops, which we I actually don't think I bought anything from this time, but they have like a GH Bass & Co. or something like that. And then there's like a store that is like Mammoth, like memorabilia and stuff like that. Like they sell like things that have like branded as Mammoth. But we went to the outlet shops and then I don't think we went to the Village. I think the Village was later on in the week. Yeah, I think it was. But we mainly went to the outlet shops just to kind of look around and shop and stuff like that. And then underneath that, I took another one of those Arctic Paper Studio coffee cups to mark another Starbucks run. I got my parents, or not my parents, I think it was more my dad, addicted to pink drinks, which was really exciting. My mom also had a couple of them, but she wasn't like as big of a fan. But I got my family addicted to pink drinks, and I'm like, ha, I win. Underneath that, we did go to Tonic, which is another store that sells like really cute, like it's boutique and it sells really cute clothes. And I did buy the cutest shirt. So I used a Modi to mark Target or Tonic, almost a Target, and then I used a Munchkin to mark that I bought the cutest shirt. Like literally, it was one of those shirts where I'm like, I don't need it, but I want it, but I don't need it. And then I tried it on, and I was just like, ugh, why? Why did I try this on? Because now I'm obsessed and I need it. And then underneath that, I took another emoji to mark that we took some photos. Another thing we do, we tend to go like on little like photo shoot, like we go to like really pretty areas and we take photo shoots. So yeah, that is it for Saturday. Moving on to Sunday. My nose is obnoxious. I apologize. I put down a bill due first for a credit card, and then this was another day where I kind of rearranged some things because I was trying to decide on what I wanted to do. Also, I ended up using a moving marquee that I didn't need to use. I should have used the one in the kit, but I didn't for some reason. I used the one that was on the sheet, and yeah, don't ask me why. But I put down the bill due. And then I put down this burrito sticker from Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that we had some breakfast burritos. We also had like pancakes one of the days. I just don't remember what day it was, but we did have pancakes too, which pancakes sound really good right now too. I'm just really hungry. I just want food. And then underneath that, I took off one of those squared, or I took off? Put down. Wow, my brain. I put down one of those squared off half boxes and a emoji that is like a painter emoji to mark that we went to the arts and crafts fair. Some days we're there during the arts and crafts fair, sometimes we're not, it just depends. But the arts and crafts fair is like a bunch of different like vendors come, and they have a little like fair type thing that you can like purchase like things that they've made and stuff. And then underneath that, I took a backpack that I have no idea where it's from. I think it's Once More with Love. But I used that to mark that I bought a hiking backpack because I don't have one, surprisingly. And, like, walking around, like, Yosemite and hiking and stuff like that with, like, a random backpack isn't always the best. So I did buy one, and it was on sale. So I bought a new hiking backpack just because I wanted something that actually was more fitting and actually more useful than the backpacks that I was using, because I was using just, like, basic backpacks that weren't really the greatest and weren't really, like, the best, like, back support. So I'm glad I bought the new backpack. And then underneath that, I took a munchkin with some beer to mark that we played cards and drank some beer, which I actually don't like drinking. I don't drink at all, but there is one beer that I like that is called the Not Your Father's Root Beer, and it just tastes like root beer with a tiny bit of alcohol in it, and I'm on board for that. Everything else, not so much. And then last but not least, I put that movie marquee to mark Captain Marvel. The reason why I'm not a big fan of Captain Marvel is purely just because it was so hyped up. Like, it was crazy hyped up. The amount of people that were like, oh my god, best movie ever, you need to watch it. Like, my all-time favorite Marvel movie, you must watch it. And then I watched it, and I was just like, I mean, it's good, but it's not great. And that's why I think I'm not as big of a fan as Captain Marvel, purely just because it was so crazy hyped up, and I didn't see the hype in it. Not entirely sure why. Let me know what your opinions are of Captain Marvel down below. Like, I'm curious if everyone else thinks that way, if they think it's, like, the best movie ever, or if they don't. Let me know. Anyway, I'm flipping through what's left in the kit. It is an ultimate kit, so there's a decent amount of stuff left over, and then I am going to do a little bit of a Viv wiggle for you guys. It is hollow foil, so it's very difficult to see, and this kit was pretty, like, pastel, so it's, like I said, a little hard to see, but hopefully you guys can see a little bit of the wiggle. But I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. As always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I, again, apologize for my terrible, sick voice. I'm sorry. I sound terrible. I know I sound terrible, and it's obnoxious. I know. But leave me some kind of comment down below, and I will see you guys in another video tomorrow. Bye, guys!